Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of 20th of June 2023. Essence. Sweet children, finish your attachment to everything you have, including your bodies. Live as trustees. This is called dying alive. Question. What is the title of you Brahmins of the Confluence Age? What is the best prize that you receive from the Father? Answer. You Brahmins of the Confluence Age are Raj Rishis and Raj Yogis. You mouth-born Brahmins are the instruments who look after this sacrificial fire. You receive very big alms from the greatest businessman of all. The sovereignty of heaven is the best prize. Song. To live in your lane and to die in your lane. Om Shanti. The Unlimited Father sits here and tells you unlimited children very good points for dying alive. You children heard the song. You have to die alive. People sacrifice themselves at Kasi. They put an end to their bodies. They don't study knowledge or yoga. Here, you have to belong to the Father while you are alive. In order to listen to this knowledge, you have to break all bondages with your body while you are alive and consider yourself to be a soul. The Father now says to you souls, children, now hand over this old world and those old bodies to me, that is all. I now belong to Baba. While alive, you say, I belong to Shiv Baba. I am now in the stage of retirement in a practical way. Those people in the stage of retirement leave their homes and go and live at Haridwar. Nevertheless, they still take birth in this land of death. The Father now explains to you, you will no longer receive a birth in this land of death. There will be defeat for the land of death. The iron-aged world. There will be victory for the land of immortality, the golden-aged world. This is why the Father says, you may live at home with your family, but simply remove your attachment from everything you have, including your body. Understand that you are giving everything to Shiv Baba. Everything belongs to Shiv Baba. Then Shiv Baba says, okay, look after it all as a trustee. Just consider yourself to be receiving your livelihood from Shiv Baba's treasure store. On the path of ignorance too, people say, everything belongs to God. Everything has been given by God. However, if their child dies, they cry. The Father now says, stop remembering your old things. Remember the one Father who gives you your fortune of the new kingdom in the new world. While living at home with your family, consider everything to belong to Shiv Baba. I am eating from Shiv Baba's treasure store. I am following Srimad. You may ask, Baba, should I buy a car? Yes, child, you may buy it. The children who consider everything to belong to Baba ask for advice. This is called dying alive. On the path of devotion too, we used to surrender ourselves to Shiv Baba, but we didn't have this knowledge. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul sits here and gives you knowledge. He is giving you your inheritance for 21 births so easily. Baba says no one knows when I came. It is said that Bharat became heaven 3000 years before Christ. Who established that heaven? Where did the deities in heaven come from? It is remembered that it didn't take God long to change human beings into deities. When did He come? He would surely have come at the confluence of the end of the Iron Age and the beginning of the Golden Age. The Father says, I have now come to change you from human beings into deities. So many people come here to study. There is no question of blind faith in this. This is not like other spiritual gatherings. The true Father sits here and teaches you children. Baba has explained that on the path of devotion too, you truly have two fathers. One is the physical father of your body and the other is the father of souls from beyond. Souls remember that Father from beyond. O God, the Father, they remember Him with different names and forms. You have been receiving inheritances from your physical fathers from the copper age for birth after birth. It isn't that you receive inheritances from your physical fathers in the golden age too. No, the inheritances you receive from your physical fathers in the golden age are due to the income you earn here at this time. You earn so much income here that you claim your inheritance for 21 births. In the golden age, you receive your inheritance on the basis of your effort you make at this time. You receive an unlimited inheritance from the unlimited Father. The Father Himself makes the impure world pure. This is the Lux soap with which you become pure. The Father says, consider yourselves to be bodiless. You souls listen through your ears. You receive your inheritance of the golden and silver ages for 21 births from the Father from beyond at this time. Then from the copper age you receive short-lived inheritances from your physical fathers in different names, forms, places and times. You might remember that Father from beyond, but it is the soul that remembers and says, my physical father gave me this body. Therefore, there are two fathers. You children know that there is now also the third father, Prajapita Brahma. You are Brahma Kumars and Kumaris in a practical way. One is a physical father, the second is the incorporeal father from beyond, and the third is this spiritual father. Prajapita has been remembered. However, people don't know him. They believe that Brahma is a resident of the subtle region. You know that Brahma is the corporeal father. You are now making preparations to go to the world beyond, brackets Parlok. All of you are in the stage of retirement while alive. You have to go beyond sound. You definitely have to shed those bodies and return home. Everyone is to die. When people go into the stage of retirement, they receive a mantra from a sage or holy man. However, they don't know that when they shed their bodies, they will go to their sweet home. You definitely know this. You are now impatient to shed your old bodies. By staying in remembrance of Baba, I, this soul, will become pure and go to Baba. I will claim my inheritance for 21 births from Baba. So there is the physical father, Brahma Baba and Shiv Baba. You truly have all three fathers. There is no question of blind faith in this. A buzzing moth brings insects from the rubbish and buzzes this knowledge to them. The insects that are of the same type will become the same as the moths. Those that are not of the same type will die, brackets decay. Here too, out of those who come here, those who belong to the deity religion will understand everything very clearly. This knowledge will not sit in the intellects of the rest. Those are buzzing moths, brackets Brahmaris, and you are teachers, brackets Brahmins. Your business is to bring the vicious insects from the ocean of poison and buzz this knowledge to them. What do you have to buzz to them? This is your father from beyond. The father says, I have come to give you children your inheritance. We are Brahma Kumars and Kumaris, and we are claiming our inheritance from the unlimited Father. You too can claim it. You now have to return to the land of Nirvana from where you came and played your parts. This is the end of the last of your many births. You are now listening to the story of immortality in order to go to the land of immortality. The ocean of knowledge is only the one Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. It would never be said Brahma, the ocean of knowledge, Vishnu, the ocean of knowledge, or Shankar, the ocean of knowledge. Say Baba alone is the ocean of knowledge. When the sun of knowledge rises, the Father says, children, this whole old world is now to become a graveyard. The land of angels, which is also called heaven, is being established. Therefore you come here to die alive. Baba, I now belong to you. You have been invoking the Father for half a cycle. You say, Baba, I have been stumbling around a great deal. That was destined in the drama. I am now once again giving you your inheritance for 21 births. You know that by belonging to the Father, you change from human beings to deities. One type is of those who become heirs and are called real children. The other type is of those who are stepchildren and don't become pure. They simply say Baba, Baba, but they don't die alive. The ones who die alive are real children and the rest are stepchildren. When a vicious person comes here, he is asked, have you died alive? You make a promise that you will remain pure for the rest of your life. This is why Baba says, if you come to Baba after making a promise, you will receive your inheritance. The mothers are making their lives worthwhile. The kingdom is being established. Say Baba is the bestower. You mustn't think that you are giving to Sai Baba. No, you are claiming your inheritance of the sovereignty of heaven from him. Sai Baba doesn't have to build any buildings etc. for himself. He uses everything for you children. I also used everything of these dadas through which the mothers and innocent ones are making their lives worthwhile. You are earning an income for your future 21 births. Receiving an inheritance from your physical fathers will end. The inheritance you receive in heaven from your physical fathers will be what you earn here. There is a story in which a father asked his daughters, who is feeding you? One of them said, my own fortune. Similarly, here too, each one of you is making effort and receiving your own right. Every soul has a right to receive an inheritance for 20 born births. On the path of ignorance, daughters don't receive an inheritance from their father. Only the sons receive it. At this time, all of you souls are to receive the inheritance, whether you are male or female. It is remembered that a Kumari is one who uplifts 21 clans. You are Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. You know that you are inspiring the people of Bharat to make effort so that they can claim their inheritance for 20 born births by following Srimad. Explain to each one. Receiving an inheritance from your physical father is now to end. You can now receive the inheritance for 21 births from the father from beyond. This income is so great. These things are so good to understand. Your heart says to make effort, but Maya brings storms. When storms of Maya come, the lamps go out. This is a very easy matter. You have to consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. This is a matter of your intellects. This is a matter for your intellects. I have to remember the Father and renounce all consciousness of my body. You remember the Gurus. Many Gurus have pendants made with their picture on them, and they give them to their followers to wear around their necks. There are many like that. Some women even remove the picture of their husband and insert the picture of their Guru. Baba says here there is no question of wearing a pendant with a picture. You just have to remember the Father. It is the stage of retirement of everyone, young and old. You now definitely have to go back to your sweet home. Therefore, why should you not make a promise to remain pure and stay in remembrance so that your sins are absolved? You shouldn't cause sorrow for anyone. The greatest sorrow is to use the sword of lust. This is the land of Kans, the devil. It is said that the sword of lust is not used in the land of Krishna. The sword of lust is used here, and this is why it is called the land of Kans. However, there was no war between the devils and the deities, or between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. The war is between the Yadavas and the Kauravas. Children have had visions of how they are to receive the butter. They will come and rule the kingdom. Children ask, Baba, why are you having so many buildings built? Baba says everything available is sufficient now because children come here turn by turn. Where will all those children stay when they come and seek asylum? There continues to be growth day by day. There will be many children of Prajapita Brahma. See, Baba says, I have so many children. Out of multi-millions, only a handful know this. You too are number-wise. You understand that you are receiving your inheritance from Shiv Baba. However, some children then wilt. You children know that you are following Shiv Baba's Srimad given through Brahma. The Father says, this body that I have taken on loan is at the end of the last of his many births. I have entered the old world in an old body. Now constantly remember me alone. I have come as your guide. God the Father is called the Liberator. Human beings cannot call human beings this, brackets, liberator. He liberates the whole world. At this time, the whole world is Lanka, the cottage of sorrow. Although wealthy people think that they are in heaven, all of this is going to turn to dust. The Americans themselves write that somebody is inspiring them for destruction and making them manufacture bombs. So much expense is being incurred. When the iron age ends, there definitely has to be the golden age. That is now being established once again. Baba is teaching you the same Raj Yoga. You are Raj Rishis, whereas those people are Hatha Yoga Rishis. No one except Brahmins can be called Raj Yogis. It is not written anywhere that Raj Yogis were Brahmins. If it were Krishna, how could he create Brahmins? It is only when Brahma exists that mouth-born Brahmins can be created. Only physical Brahmins create a sacrificial fire. Baba is such a big businessman. You receive such big alms. You receive the alms of the kingdom of heaven. This is the best prize of all. Brahmins then become deities. You can become the sun dynasty or the moon dynasty. Baba says you can ask Baba what status you would receive if you were to shed your body tomorrow. Baba could tell you instantly. There is now very little time left. When you have shed your bodies, you won't be able to take knowledge. What would a baby understand? You children understand that the iron age is now to end and that the golden age is to come. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children says namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana, number 1. Constantly be aware that this is your stage of retirement. I have to go beyond sound to the sweet home. Practice being bodiless. Second, in order to claim your right for 21 births, make a promise of purity. Continue to follow Srimad constantly. Die alive. Blessing, may you become free from all bondage and constantly continue to move forward with the blessing of the flying stays. To belong to the Father means to receive the blessing of the flying stays. By putting this blessing into your life, you will not move backward at any time. You will constantly continue to move forward. When you have the company of the Almighty Authority Father, you always move ahead with every step. You yourself will constantly full, and you will also do the service of making others full. Such souls would never allow themselves to stop because of any obstruction. Such blessed children can never be bound by anyone. They become free from all bondage. Slogan: Matter becomes the servant of those who have a stock of all the powers. Slogan: Matter becomes the servant of those who have a stock of all the powers. Om Shanti.